Avon calling. Okay, so we're coming on in here. We're going to roll counterclockwise, just like we did on the exterior, and just like we did on the roof. And this is the office study. That'll be the second bedroom and third bedroom. Okay, office study coming on along here, and we're going to see some redundancy. So we're just going to kind of address some of these things. See the way this cable comes in here and makes a loop? That's a good thing. Alright, I should make a bigger loop, by the way, but if I could just paint all this wire red. See the way this comes in here? Now you take this device out, replace it, put a different device in, take it out, replace it, you're going to run out of leads. You're going to run out of leads. You're supposed to have a loop behind the walls so that you can stretch your wire if you need to work on it sometime in the future. It'll be a long time after the builder's gone. A long time after he's gone. He doesn't care about that. You might. You might care about that. I'm here to tell you. Let's see, how's that? I probably should have painted that. That's quite a bit of notch right there. It's quite a bit of notch. Let's go ahead and get some paint. Let's get some of this good old pink paint. Alright. I'm running out of it. I might have to change to a different color. Okay, so that's over notched right there. Okay. Keep on going. All these boxes are supposed to be covered so that debris can't get inside of them and poison them. When I come back, I can't open them all. I'm not required to open them all for a final inspection. TREC doesn't require me to do that. But you bet I'm going to open these things up, because when the drywall people come in, they're going to put all kinds of contaminants inside of your boxes. I see it over and over and over and over and over and over. Did I say over and over again? Okay, no, those are supposed to be sealed up. Coming on along, is there a window? We got a broken window right here. Okay, we got some pan flashing in here. These wires are too tight. These wires are too tight going into the boxes. We got some holes going outside. Peekaboo. Okay, this is messed up. Messed up more than 40% for a load-bearing wall. You bet it is. Okay, messed up more than 60%. It can go 60% for non-load bearing. Okay, so we're pretty good there. Pretty good there. Coming on along, looking around. In here, in here, in here. Oh, I should have put some pink paint there too. I probably will. Maybe I won't. All right. As we get in here into the living space, because we are in the living space. Okay, we have continuous soffit vents outside. And this may be a little premature, but we should have continuous soffit vent baffles all the way around the perimeter of the living space. That's what I'm looking for. Did I put some red paint there? No, I missed it. Okay, well, I promise you. I didn't get them all. I didn't get them all. But a lot of them, we just do not have our loops. We do not have our loops. You know, every inspector has his own pet peeves, you know, that he really goes for. I guess that's mine today. The paint there, paint there. Got a little bit of a loop here. Don't have loops here. Oh, there's some pink paint. Open boxes, open boxes. All these should have been sealed. Okay, we're in the second bedroom here. What do you got here about pink paint? Well, this stud does not go to the top. Stud does not go to the top. This stud does not go to the top. Okay? It's one of those floating studs. They just kind of like, oh, and there's another one right there. It's just like their kinetic energy, you know, their spirituality pushes the upward force and keeps your top plates in place. No, it doesn't work exactly like that. And again, there's our wiring coming on in. This is our bathrooms. Everything looks pretty good. I got something going on here. We'll find it. We'll find it, because we're lookers. We're lookers, and we'll come on in here. And I learned something today. This is our shared bathroom. Our shared bathroom. This is what I was looking for. See these clips? Hold these in place. Our clips aren't holding these in place. Is that going to rattle and make noises, like mystery noises? Every time the water runs, okay, I hear these noises. We do not have a loop. We do not have a loop. Lots of no loops. Lots of no loops. Okay, let's just roll on out. Because we're rollers. Framing isn't horrible, but you know what I'm not seeing? Okay, between the attic space and the living space, we're supposed to have pink. Sometimes they're blue or white, but we're supposed to have these little ribbons, these bands that go around, fire blocking bands, draft stopping bands, call them what you will. Okay, we're supposed to have those bands to make it a tight house. And the code isn't specific about what material you should use. You could use newspaper if you remember what those are. But anyway, we're supposed to have that. It's all supposed to be sealed. Okay, we'll get to you later because we're going counterclockwise. Yay, team! All right, that's the way the motorcycles go around the track. That's the way the ponies go. So that's the way we go. We don't have enough bands right there. Moving on along and along and along and along and along. Okay, our header, okay, the top of our stud is kind of crushed right here. We got some of our footers are crushed too. And so far I haven't seen, I'm looking, okay, because it was okay on this side. But we're going to have some more fun. Trust me, we're going to have some more fun. So we got these cripples underneath here. And I thought that one was loose, but the board is just so boogered up. But this cripple doesn't even go to the ground. It doesn't even go to the soil plate. Okay, it just dangles right there. Again, the mysterious energy, and then the wires that I'm going to keep on ragging on and ragging on and ragging on. Okay, I have found boxes for smoke alarms in all of the appropriate locations. Okay, I could have had more. But we had enough. We're meeting requirements. We're meeting requirements. Along over here, along over here, along over here. This is where our kitchen sink is going to be. That's our loop. Okay, our vacuum loop. That's good. I love these. You know why I love them so much? It's because they have no parts. They are just there. They never fail. There's other ways to address that issue, but no, we're good there. I like that. So rolling on around, and again, and again. So coming along, and this isn't the only place, but several places we got places. You think a rat can come up in there? I do. Open shelf, open rat, open sesame. Okay, moving on along, just like I said, here and here and here and here. Plumbing on the exterior walls is supposed to be insulated. Got a little air gap over here. Look at that. All right, this is a zip. This is your moisture barrier. No, we want that. But now I'm coming over here. Oh, look at that hole right there. You see this right here? That's an anchor bolt. Yay, anchor bolts. And we love our anchor bolts. That's what holds your house down to the foundation. Keeps it from jumping up and going down to the store for a pack of smokes. But this anchor bolt and a few more, okay, is on the outside third. Your anchor bolts are supposed to be on the inside third of the board. That one's on the outside third of the board. And then we got a short cripple over here too. Got a short cripple right there. Moving on along, we've got some insulation. This is on the exterior wall, but these doors were not flashed. These back doors, both of the back doors, were not flashed properly. And on the exterior, which I believe you've already seen that video, if you watched the whole video, but I don't blame you, they're boring. I mean, it's not like I'm Cecil B. DeMille, it's not like I'm Quentin Tarantino. Okay, so yeah, my videos are lacking. They're not, the production values are real low and they're real long. I don't blame you for not watching them, but if you go back and you see the exterior video, you'll see that. And I had something else out here that's kind of interesting, just in case you didn't see it. And it's hiding from me, but I got some other stuff going on over here. And we're moving on along. This is our fireplace. It's a gas log fireplace. It's not installed, so we're good here. The only thing about the fireplace that I can find, I love this, they've all been mechanically fastened. I don't know what the black paint is. If somebody else found a problem with it, pay attention to them. I'm not perfect. Pay attention to them. But if you come up here and study this, and we go on up and we follow our chimney up to the roof, and you go up there, okay, see that rafter, okay, for the ceiling, the vaulted ceiling, right up there. It's right next against to the flue pipe. There's supposed to be 3 inches of gap between that and the flue pipe, right up there. Okay, so that's too close to combustible materials. Yay for combustible materials! Look, we're wrapping around in the primary bedroom suite. Check this out. Home at last. So here we are. We're coming in. Anchor bolt, second, third. Okay. Anchor bolt, okay, or first third, call it whatever you want. Outside of the middle third, outside of the middle third, outside of the middle third. And then our wires, I should have spray painted that, but I've got enough of an example so people know, and I also have an illustration that's going to be baked into, you have a folder, a cloud folder, and it's got supplemental material, and I've got an illustration that you know, I can share that with you, and just kind of let you know. And so we're kind of rolling on around, because we're rollers. Okay, 40%, I should paint that. 40%, I should paint that. I'm going to come back and paint that. Alright, moving on along. Tight, 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 tight. Now this is interesting. I've got a video for this. This is plumbing. And the video is this piping, okay, the horizontal piping between the shared sinks and the primary bathroom. Okay, it's supposed to have 2-degree pitch in the direction of the water flow so that the water goes down. These are level, okay, there is no pitch. Okay, so that's going to be prone to noises and it's going to be prone to clogs. So we don't have enough pitch there. And then, okay, not load bearing. We can be as wide as 60%. These bores are fine. Okay. I just knew I was going to get those earlier, but you know, a little research, I found out, you know, that I am not the sharpest knife in the drawer. So here we go. This stud, the foot, that's just boogered up. It is load bearing. It's a cripple underneath the window, and that is more than 40%. And this is more than 40% over here, but there's not much we can do about that. Plus, we've got all these king studs next to it, so I feel pretty comfortable about that. There's a couple people that know more than I do. There's a couple people that can help your cause, and the first one is the jurisdiction having authority. So if the code inspector comes in here and says all this stuff is fine, I can't argue with him. Another one is the engineer on record. So, you know, it's easy to argue with a builder because, you know, I won't go into that, all right? But when you are arguing with a builder, okay, when you are arguing with the production superintendent, when you are arguing with that guy, well, it's the engineer on record. He can write a letter and he can state it, and it keeps your warranty in place, and it helps you sell the house later, and it might help you keep the house standing. It might save the house from falling over. Him and the code inspector. Okay, there's 3 things that supersede code. That anchor bolt is too close. 3 things that supersede code, and that is the manufacturer's, if it's a listed manufacturer, manufacturer's listed instructions. Okay, that supersedes code. So the jurisdiction having authority, your local code inspector, and he is a human being, and you can I say he just in a grammatical sense. It could be a her, and same thing for the engineer on record. But those people, okay, they can supersede code. The engineer on record can do that. Okay, the jurisdiction having authority can do that, and the manufacturer's installation instructions. And all 3 of those, well, the manufacturer's installation instructions are different. You might stay on hold for a while and find something out. But the engineer on record is a human being who you can speak to. Okay, the jurisdiction having authority, the code inspector, he is a human being that you can speak to. They will answer the phone. They will talk to you. So they are real resources that are yours. You do not have to rely on me, and you do not have to rely on the builder. I'm just telling you that you have resources that will help you protect your investment. Okay, we're rolling out of here, coming on around. Of course, we do not have that band like I was talking about. Okay, this is radiant panel. Okay, so we know we're not having foam. We've got continuous soffit vents, so we know that we're not going to have foam installation. We've got box vents. We know that we're not going to have spray foam insulation. If you have spray foam insulation on your attic after all those accommodations for a conventionally vented attic, you've got a problem. Okay, so you do not want to see spray foam insulation in there. You can put it on your walls. That'd be a good idea. You can put it on your walls, but not on your attic. not on your attic. Okay, coming over there. Wow, we got some pitch. You see that pitch right there? Huh, must have known what he was talking about. Two different plumbers? I don't know, maybe. Two different plumbers? Could be. Moving on around. Okay, see that big old yellow box over there? All home inspectors are required to render opinions about the foundation. All right? That doesn't make us engineers, even though I do use some engineering equipment. I am not calculating slope. I am not practicing engineering. Okay? I'm using guidelines, and the two guidelines I use is no more than 1 inch of floor height elevation differential within 30 feet, and no more than 2 inches of floor height elevation differential overall. And I'm not getting more than 1 inch within 30 feet, and I am not getting more than 1.5 inches overall. In fact, I was basically counting 1 inch, but I know that I wasn't everywhere, so I fudged a little bit. There's no more than 1.5 inches. Covering my butt, covering your butt too. I did measure it. It's pretty level. It is pretty level. That's not the final word on a foundation. That doesn't take everything out of consideration. I've got some other considerations about the foundation. You know, one of the areas I have right here, and you know, it's not the foundation performance, by the way. It's the foundation installation. But we've got exposed tension cable ends around the corner, and then we do not have a good drainage plane on our brick ledge over here. So we got some things in consideration. But other than that, foundation looks pretty darn good. Sure does. And you know, now's a good time to say thank you, dear client, for your trust in your business. Those things mean the world to my family and I. So thank you very much. And a good Google review, that means a lot. That means a lot for a small businessman like myself. So you could leave me a good Google review. That'd be very much appreciated. And then, you know, for my YouTube nation out there, all 12 of you, thank you, Waswahachie, all 13 of you out there. You know, mash that like button. Just mash it. Mash it. And if you get tired at night, you know, you got YouTube insomnia. I've heard that my smooth, mellow FM radio voice can put you right to sleep. So, if you've got YouTube insomnia, you know, subscribe. I mean, or is it subscribe or follow or whatever it's called? I don't charge anything. I don't sell anything. I don't do anything. You know, but whatever that extra button is down there, just go ahead and hit me up, man. You know, I like that. This is the main water shutoff valve to the house, okay? Parallel is on, okay? And that's the way I found it. But perpendicular is off. If you've got an emergency, turn it off. This is our backflow device, and it's also a check device. All right? So we're coming on along, and we're rolling on out, and we've got our water heater over here, and I think I had a video about that. I'm expecting what I'm seeing resembles a tankless water heater. And if it's a high-efficiency tankless water heater, we want to have a condensate drip loop. And if we have a condensate drip loop, we want a safety pan. It's those things. One thing I'm not seeing in the garage, because that's where we are. We're in the garage, and one thing that I'm not seeing is that I am not seeing a charger, EV charger, electric vehicle charger. So, you know, they're not required. I'm not going to call it deficient because you don't have one. But if it's something that you want, then you might want that. Then over here, see the way these studs do not align? Okay, when we install this panel, when we install this load center, and I got to open this up. I just got to see inside of here. All right, I want to know what that room is. I was calling it the dining room. We've got plans inside of here. If you didn't have plans, I'd be writing it up. I'd say you don't have plans, but I can't write that on there. And there's the great room and media room. I was calling it the formal dining area. Okay, so I'll put this up, I promise. See the way this is covered? It's so debris can't get in it. All these should be covered just like this so debris can't get in it. All right, so I was over here. Somebody's whistling at me. They must have liked my butt. They must. Okay, the nice closets and stuff. So you come in here. This is the primary. Okay, this is the kitchen. This is the great room. That's the casual dining room, and it's called casual dining room. I saw that on the plans. So I thought this would be the formal dining room, but no, this is the media room, which is cool. It's cool. We need a media room. I know. I wouldn't have used it for formal dining. So there we go. And now let's see. Measuring things, stuff, cables. What else? There is Tammy Faye. She's got a couple years on her now. I sure do like that car. She always makes a cameo. Okay, you go, Tammy Faye. I love your cars. Okay, this anchor bolt is outside the middle third, but they've gone in and retrofitted it with a regular anchor bolt. And these anchor bolts are around the perimeter. See, this one's two, and then they got in and retrofitted one that's proper. Now we come over here, these are not exterior walls. Okay, they're not around the perimeter. We can shoot these with nails, and that's become acceptable. So those are fine. We don't need anchor bolts here. We need anchor bolts around our perimeter, and some of them are on the outside third. And what else can I say? Thank you.